minutes D-Live stream. Well, g'day D-Live, and welcome back to the Gives a Minute D-Live stream for a Wednesday afternoon affair. It has just gone 8 minutes past 3. No, I do not want to update OBS during a stream, you wallies. It's 8 minutes past 3 in the PM for me. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, good evening to you, whatever the time it is, wherever you're consuming this content. You're always welcome right here on the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Eyeballing the chit-chat, I see 13 Retatonian. I see the H-Man. I see the Screamer. I see Perdsky. I see 4 crew, and therefore 4 freaking cheerses, because everyone gets a cheers when they join the Gives a Minute D-Live stream chit-chats. This is a glass. That's a microphone. When these two things collide, somehow, somewhere, that represents the cheers. And I've got no idea why. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 freaking cheerses. That's a Justin Sunsip. Now, we do have Perdsky in the house. Immediately, I'm going to go from family-friendly to mature audiences, because this man likes to cuss. There you go, folks. Fuck shit, fuck shit, fuck shit. You can all swear if you want. We're mature audiences only now. 13 Retonian says cheerses. I say cheers right back at ya. H-Man with an ice cream and a lemon. This is right on the buzzer at the end of yesterday's stream. Thank you, H-Man. I think I thanked you, but it cut off before it, so thank you again. Or thank you for it in the first instance. And there's thanks from 13 Retonia and the Screamer. Hello, good day, Gives. Hello, the Screamer. How you doing? What's cracking in your town? Hello, skis. Perdsky, hello. Hello, Perdsky. How you doing, you little cuss machine man? The Screamer with the stickers. 4 a.m. Shit. Good morning. 4 a.m. 5 a.m. for Perdsky. I have not been drinking, so we might not have needed to M-tag. Either way, hey, it's good to have you. It's nice to see you. Wednesdays, cryptocurrency is the content. Every Wednesday, the whole stream is cryptocurrency. Now, a lot of people may have questions. A lot of people may be confused, concerned, or considering cryptocurrency. Dude, what a catchphrase. Confused, concerned, or considering cryptocurrency. There's a program in there. Now I should start a little side program. Are you confused by cryptocurrency? Are you concerned about cryptocurrency? Or are you considering cryptocurrency? Come on down to Wednesday Styles on the Gives a Minute D-Live stream, where we talk cryptocurrency as a thing. Today, there are a bunch of stories we're going to look at. This one here, Magic the Gathering, crypto losers fail to understand copyright law. Shit. This one here, developer cancels crowdfunded MMO and disappears amid fraud allegations. Whoopsie! And then the main story, the title of the stream here, over 200 million worth of NFTs being stolen from OpenSea. I got a video explaining this as well, the NFT hack explained. I'm very concerned about this because I do have a little NFT going on the OpenSeas. We'll have a look and make sure my one's safe and secure, and then we'll have a look at what this actually means, if anything at all. Here's the thing though, if you're watching this, oh man, sorry about my hideous head, just got back from a 8K fitness walk. If you're watching this stream and you're not down here on, there's nobody here on D-Live. My viewer count says 0. Let's just wait for someone to come in. I mean, I'm not going to be streaming to no one, am I? Wow! Mayonnaise! Wow!
I just want to tell you.
Wow! Mayonnaise! How can there be... What's... Okay, first of all, Richard, thank you for the diamond, the ice cream, the lemon. That is 3 donations in a row. We call that the triple well, some people call it the triple. Actually, nobody calls it triple threat anymore. It's the triple give, folks. Cheers.
Cheeses. Bees, ease, cheese, ease, needs, me's, ease, leaves, keys, mean, things, these, wings, teas, leaves, me's, these, bees, means, minds, water veins.
Thank you for the triple give, Richard. Good to see you, my friend. I'm a little perplexed. I'm a little perplexed by the viewers watching at 0 when there's clearly people here in the chat. What do you got there? A link. Perdsky, what do you got there? I've not been drinking. Hey, gives and givers on G Live, Richard. I appreciate that. Perdsky went out for a late night donor and the building opposite burst into flames. Oh, okay. I won't be taking that right now, being that this is a cryptocurrency stream. We're not taking other news. I hope everyone's okay, though. But yeah, I'm just a little concerned with this saying 0 people watching. I'm going to just fix this. I don't understand it. It wouldn't be the first time that D-Live was broke, would it now? Yeah, I was mid-pitching. I was midway through the pitch. If you're watching this and you're not on D-Live, which clearly nobody is, and you want to learn about cryptocurrency and maybe you're hacking and smacking and tapping your keyboard and you're thinking, how come this dude isn't responding to me? The one thing is, I'm not seeing it. That's the main thing. I'm down here on... Did the lights just go out? I'm down here on dlive.tv/givesaminute. This is where I'm streaming. This is where the stream will be. I'm only looking at one chisel chat right here. This is the chat. If you want to participate, this is the chat you've got to be in on. It's on dlive.tv/givesaminute. I do this all the time, but specifically I like to do this, or I like to hammer this point on the crypto streams, because sometimes I let these run on YouTube and then I come back and see people were chatting. And I'm trying to be super clear about it. If you're chatting in my YouTube chat, good on you. I just don't see it. I'm not looking there. I'm only looking at DLive. So if you've got contributions in terms of chisel chat, with you've got your little fingers going tap, 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 please do them here on DLive. Otherwise, it's going to go to waste. What else was I going to say to you? Something about, numbers. The numbers. I understand crypto is a strange world. It says 2 for Perdsky. Weird, Richard. We are the DLive ghosts. Okay, it says 3 now. I'm not saying, I deserve more viewers, this is garbage. That's not what I'm saying. When I'm addressing this weird anomaly, it's more about when are we going to see fixes on DLive? When are things going to get better? That's what I'm saying it for. So don't ever get me wrong and think this dude thinks he deserves more than 3 viewers. He's lucky he's got those 3 viewers. I'm not saying it that way. I'm saying it far out. How long does this go on for until things get fixed? We don't even have a chest here anymore. We haven't had a chest on DLive all year. It's now the end of... Well, arguably, it's the end of February, right? 23rd of Feb here. There's been no chest. No way to reward my viewers. It's not the point of the conversation, but it is notable and it's frustrating. Davo in the house. How you doing, man? You little DLive ghost. Hey, what was my saying then? Are you concerned, confused, or considering cryptocurrency? 3C. CCC. Oh! This is where it came from. It's the coin captain kind of thing, isn't it? CC, that's where that sort of stemmed from, I guess. So that might have been what was going on in my head. Welcome back to Wednesday, folks, where we do streams dedicated to cryptocurrency. Are you considering cryptocurrency? Are you concerned by cryptocurrency? Or are you confused by cryptocurrency? Then stick around here on the Gives a Minute DLive stream. We're going to talk cryptocurrency. We're going to hope to compound your confusion, coincide your curiosity. Was that one of them? Confused, curious. No. We're going to compound your curiosity. No, we're going to compound your confusion. We're going to coincide your curiosity. What were the other? Oh man, I had this. Confused, considering, Are you confused by cryptocurrency? Are you considering cryptocurrency? Or are you... I can't remember the third C. I'll go back and look at the replay. I'm doing well, my friend. I hope you're doing okay. I'm doing well too, Davo. Doing well. Good to see you, man. Good to have you. Good to know you. Little cheers there. By the way, that can come off the screen now. We don't need that. We've already promoted it long enough here, G-Live. We've promoted it. So, shall we take a little look at this first story? Wow! Mayonnaise! Wow! Who did that? Black Swansky? How you doing, Black Swan? Hello, skis. Good to see you. Good to have you. Good to know you. What's cracking? Let's take a look at this first story, folks. Magic the Gathering. This is a crypto NFT and a game, I guess. It's all NFT related. By the way, who put this in my Discord? Thank you. This is a little viewer requesty. Magic the Gathering loving crypto losers fail to understand copyright law. Oh shit. Luke Plunkett wrote this. Let us read. Stop me if you've heard this one before. A group of Magic the Gathering, that's a game for those that don't know. I only know that because I've seen it before. I don't play gameses. I'm not even playing a game with you right now. This is dead set real. Realses. A group of Magic the Gathering fans, what was that noise? Assembled under the name of MTGDAO, DAO, have announced plans to create what is essentially their own platform version of Wizards of the Coast game, taking digital versions of actual Magic cards and minting them as NFTs. Well, you can't just do that, shiz. There's a video. Okay. We'll just skip that. Related stories. They're not creating something in the same genre or loosely based on Magic. They want to simply take representations of existing Magic cards, from the design to the text to the illustrations, and move them onto the blockchain. Aren't they already NFTs though? Okay. In a hilarious attempt to try to dodge Wizards of the Coast's lawyers, they added a note that players would only be able to use cards they already owned across the game's various formats. Read that again? To try to dodge the lawyers, they added a note that players would only be able to use the cards that they already owned. Okay, so the actual Magic the Gathering cards, not these new ones? I'm a little confused. Players will need the actual card in order to legally play the game, whether that be a papier card, that's how I say paper when I'm being stupid, a card on Arena, or a card on MTGO. The NFTs aren't meant to establish ownership of the card. They aren't? That's the whole point of an NFT, isn't it? It will only be used to allow that card to be played in the MTG DAO format. So it's not really an NFT. Jesus, this is confusing. We're not building gaming software or printing copies of official cards. Games will still be played using Arena, MTGO or MTGO, or tabletop with real cards. NFTs can be thought of as tickets to enter tournaments or a way to represent temporary ownership in a cube draft, not as ownership at the copyright end. They're kind of missing the point here, right? They've created their own NFT, not a non-fungible token. Okay, it didn't work. Here we go. Wizards of the Coast sent... I hate that about articles when you click the linky poops kichusies. Wizards of the Coast sent a very polite email saying they consider our use of NFTs as described in the MTG DAO white paper to be unlawful IP infringement. They hint at their own NFT plans and ask that we don't launch Magic the Gathering DAO. Here's why WTC is never gonna... NGMI? What does NGMI stand for? NGMI. What are the kids saying now? NGMI stands for not gonna make it. Okay. They're not gonna make it. Oh no. Okay. This is what it said in the tweet. Your enthusiasm for Magic the Gathering is evident and appreciated. The team at Wizards is also impressed by the work you have put into developing a new format for playing Magic the Gathering. Unfortunately, your intended use of Wizards IP, including its trademarks and copyrights, would be unlawful. You appear to be operating under the mistaken assumption that the project would be legal because you would allow the reproduction of Magic cards in the form of NFTs. Only by a player who had purchased a physical card, a card on Arena or a card on MTGO. This is not correct. It is the exclusive right of the copyright owner to reproduce the copyrighted work, such as a Magic card, in any format. While there is an exemption in the copyright status for making a backup or archival copy in some circumstances, this privilege extends only to computer programs and not to other types of works. And then they provide the example of the US copyright laws. There is a lot to be angry about when it comes to Web3, from its cult-like nature to the... Why are they making this a Web3 issue? This is just a copyright issue. It doesn't relate directly to Web3, but if you want to tie it all together, nicely done. Kotakucode.com. There's a lot to be angry about when it comes to Web3, from its cult-like nature to the enormous Ponzi scheme it's running, to the environmental impact. What are they talking about? Web3 is a Ponzi scheme? This is poorly written. But this idiotic scam in particular reveals perhaps the entire thing's biggest issue in a practical sense. It's a solution looking for a problem. That's backwards. Shit. Absolutely nothing about this is of any benefit to anyone whatsoever. Well, almost. Magic players already have loads of ways to own and play the game, both in the real world and digitally, so it's not them. A scam like this stands to benefit only those looking to profit off the NFTs and or those who are so brainwormed by the cult. Brainwormed? Brainwormed? Is that a word these days? Brainwashed? By the cult of blockchain. They're doing this because inertia demands it. Are they referring to a specific blockchain or blockchain tech in general? I feel like that must be a specific chain they're referring back to. Probably the chain that Magic sits on. I don't know much about it. I know it's a game though. They're doing this because inertia demands it, no matter how stupid it looks, and it is, to everyone else. Case in point, if you want to see insanity unfolding over a series of tweets, check the group's reaction. I guess they'll be in here as well. If you're unsure what a group like this DAO is actually about, you haven't already seen it, chapter 12. Okay, there you go. Also, while we're here and laughing at these fucking dorks, lucky we're M-tagged here because they're swearing in their article. You little funksters. Be sure to not let Wizards of the Coast off the hook either, as they conclude with their correspondence with, while Wizards is currently evaluating its future plans regarding NFTs and the Magic the Gathering cards, no decision has been made at this time. Use of NFTs in connection with Wizards' intellectual property is therefore strictly prohibited. No decision has been made, but it's forbidden. It's prohibited. It's prohibited. I don't care if this is intended as boilerplate legalese. Any company still evaluating their plans in this space, given everything we know about it, can get in the bin. Thank you. What a cool website. They put the word fuck in there to be cool with the kids. Hey folks, let's take a small pause while I go and get a coffee, and then we'll come back and we'll take a look at this OpenSea issue, because I do have an NFT on OpenSea and I would like to make sure that it's still available and up and running. I'm gonna go and get a coffee. Be right back. Hey, kettle's still boiling, but I just came back in my room and noted I hadn't blue pilled it up yet. This is the last of the pills as well, so let's just do this. And then on the weekend, I'll do a YouTube stream where we talk about this prostate Easy Max. I don't want to touch too much on it right now because this is a cryptocurrency stream, but this is the last of the pills. Here we go, folks. That's 90-day program. And I gotta tell you, it's done absolutely jack shit. I'll be right back with a coffee. All right. Oh, that's going to be too hot to drink. Let's just take a little second for that to chill down a little. Let us move in and take a look at this tweet here. This is the story as it broke. Over 200 million worth of NFTs have been stolen from OpenSea via an email phishing hack. This is their tweet. Hey there, you can now migrate your Ethereum listings to a new smart contract today. Get started. Dude, I actually received this email. I did this. I migrated. All right, hold on a second. I got that email. I migrated I've got one NFT that I'm selling. I migrated it, but I was a bit careful, and this is how I operate, period. If I get an email telling me to do something, I will read the email, and if I think it's legit, I will not click anything in the email, but I'll go to the site and I'll go into my account and see if it exists in the account. So I got the email, I didn't click anything. I went over to my OpenSea account, logged myself in, saw that there was a message saying you've got to migrate your NFT from this thing to this thing. Click here to do it. So I think the thing that they're telling people to do was real, but someone got in bed with them and jumped over the top of them and sent out their own phony phishing emails, random emails that are going to get this and think, oh, that's legit because I do have an OpenSea NFT. They probably scammed the email addresses from somewhere. Interesting. I feel like I dodged a bullet here. We'll find out though. Yeah, you have until 2 p.m. on Friday 25th to migrate your listings. After that time, any listings you haven't migrated will expire. Yep. That's exactly what I got. If you don't migrate your listings by February 25, you will still be able to relist your expired listings that after that period without any additional fees, including gas fees for more, blah, 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 blah. So that was the tweet. Don't worry though. So plugged in. Don't worry, OpenSea have a solution. We're still investigating the phishing scam that occurred last night. Please feel free to screenshot your stolen NFTs back and go get some non-fungible tissues because both your wife and monkey JPEG are gone for good. What? What did they say? We are still investigating the phishing scam that occurred last night. Please feel free to screenshot your stolen NFTs back and go get some non-fungible tissues because both your wife and monkey JPEGs are gone for good. Are they mocking NFTs? Are they mocking it? Yo, Powercat! Hey, thanks for following the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Now this makes you the latest giver right here on the channel. Now why would this make you a giver? Well, let me explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content, whereas me, I'm a giver because I'm giving you my time to create the content. And so you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Thanks to follow. Powercat says, I lost an NFT to a scam on OpenSea about a month ago. A different scam. Is that right? Now, when you say you lost it, did you get it back? Because it looks like from this tweet, looks like they're joking with you. Like they're saying, well, bad luck. It's gone. That doesn't seem right. We are still investigating the phishing scam that occurred last night. Please feel free to screenshot your stolen NFTs back. What's this back word? That word's confusing me. And go get some non-fungible tissues because both your wife and monkey JPEG are gone for good. So there's no way they can get them back? What are the responses here? Get out of there. Get him out of there. Get out of there. Seriously, you scroll too far on a tweet and you got to log in? Oh, get out. Okay, well then let's take a look at this video. Actually, first of all, let me just log in and see if mine is still there. So I'm going to go to, and then we can also, I could probably go to Twitter then. Let me just bring up the Brave browser. If you're not using the Brave browser, folks, why not? Why would you not use it? You literally get paid to use it. So you might as well stack the BAT, folks. Here's my Brave browser right here. And that's this thing. That's the earnings I've earned this little while. 19 bucks. Almost 20 US bucks there in basic attention token just for using their browser. Hello, thank you. Powercat. No, I wasn't verified and disappeared for good, but it was a good learning experience. So you, hey, by the way, can I just ask Powercat, did you come across from YouTube by any chance? Are you one that I brung across using this URL and you thought you'd come over to chat? Because if you are, appreciate you, because we need all the help we can get on D-Live. I'm trying to bring as many crew over as possible. I don't know where you came from, but appreciate you being here, man. So you said no, it wasn't a verified NFT? What? It wasn't a verified NFT. Correct. Hey, well that's, dude. Hell yeah, man. Thank you, Powercat. I really appreciate you being here, man. It's good. It's kind of you to come over. Thank you. Yo, Blue Skis in the chat. G'day, Blue Eyed Diva. How you doing, Skis? Blue Skis? Good to see you. So hold on. Back up a little. It wasn't a verified NFT. So I'm selling an NFT. I'll show it to you in a moment. You'll laugh at it, but I'm selling it. So there are verified NFTs and there are just NFTs that exist on OpenSea, probably like mine. I guess mine's not verified. Blueski says, welcome you to D-Lab. That's nice, Blue Eyed. Thank you. Powercat. Yeah, my son talked me into it and I bought it and disappeared. It's only $100. Okay. Understood. Verified have 2 blue ticks. Okay, well let me just log into OpenSea here. And I'll show you my NFT and you might have a little giggle and I'll explain why I'm selling it for the price I am selling it. The regulars here will know what I'm about to show you, but let me just I'm on the OpenSea here. I'm just going to log in here just in case it does bring up some private details. I'll just connect my MetaMask to it. That's what I'll do. I connected my Coinbase wallet. For fuck's sake. Why did it connect my Coinbase wallet? I mean, I did not mean to do that. Before I knew what I was doing, I connected my Coinbase wallet. Let me just disconnect that crap. My wallet. I don't even use Coinbase wallet. Log me out. Connect my wallet. I clicked MetaMask and it went to... Dude, seriously? I connected MetaMask and it jumped across and connected my Coinbase. That's sketchy. Let me just open up MetaMask. Super sketchy, eh? Are we in here? Okay, I'm gonna connect my MetaMask. Dude, the fine young. Okay, well, my collection. Apparently, I'm logged in here. My profile. What the hell? What is going on here? Okay, log out. Okay, I'm gonna just try to log in. Show more options. I mean, my MetaMask wallet is open. Look, my MetaMask wallet is open. I'm trying to connect my MetaMask. Connect MetaMask. And it goes to this unnamed. I've got a listing in here. I've already, what the hell? I mean, are we? Is this what's? Have I been hacked somehow? I didn't click the link in the email. I went. You know what I did? I went into OpenSea, and I logged in. Did I do that in Safari? Let me just open up Safari. What the hell? I wouldn't have used Safari. OpenSea. I don't even think I've been on OpenSea in Safari. I'm just trying to. Nah, you need an Ethereum wallet to use OpenSea. I just thought I'd check here on Safari, and I've never used Safari with OpenSea. But there you go, folks. It's I'm not in there. That's not my profile. What the hell? I want to add that. What's going on, dudes? Well, then let's just have a look for my NFT. It's called Whale. And it's an actual image. After I lost mine, Powercat says I decided to start again with a new account. Well, I can't do that because I've got an NFT for sale here. Where is? I guess I'll just put whale calf because that's probably gonna bring up the NFT here. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is my NFT. It's a photograph, right? A real photograph. Owned by Gives a Minute. Includes unlock. Can you see that? Includes unlockable content. Unlockable content. Sale ends at August 19, 2022. Okay, apparently it doesn't last forever. So the price is 100 ETH. Yes, you might say, are you off your freaking block, dude? Who is going to buy an image? It's a beautiful image. Have a look at it. I took this photo right out the front here, right off the beach here. Wait for it to load. Wait for it to load. It's a lovely southern right whale with a calf frolicking in the shallows of the beach area. Now, here's the reason why I've listed this for 100 ETH. The reason I've done that is because for me, that totals $262,000, which is literally life-changing money for me. This amount of Ethereum for, ironically, a whale, and when I say whale now, I'm referring to a whale investor. That amount of money is nothing to whales. Whales have like hundreds of millions of Ether, right? So to them, it's a drop in the ocean. There's so many sea themes here. The whales, the whale, the ocean drop. The way I looked at it was, well, for me, that would change my life. And for a whale, it's not going to make any difference. They get the exclusives to the NFT. It's their own. They get unlockable content, a little video provided for them only. That can be printed. That's the TIFF file. They can print that massively on their wall, put it up in their office. They can then put that up in their parents' office, whatever the thing is they want to do. For them, it's just chump change, right? They'll be like, whatever. For me, literally life-changing. Now, we are seeing NFTs selling like 8-bit JPEGs, not even JPEGs, GIFs, 8-bit GIFs of a coffee mug with little smoke coming out of it. And they're selling for millions. I'm not asking for millions. I'm asking for 100 Ether, whatever that value is at the time. Literally life-changing for me. A drop in the ocean for the whales. So now it's still there, owned by Gives a Minute. Why can't I log into Gives a Minute then? I've only got one whale here, one NFT. How come this is here? Based. I didn't put that there. Collected. Okay, well, am I logged in here? I'm not logged in here. This is me. By the way, let me give you, just for those interested, in the chat, folks, if you know someone that's a whale that would like an NFT of a whale, there's the link right there. You can find it there pretty easily. But now I want to find out, can I log into this? Why can't I log in here? What is this profile? Unnamed. What is this profile crap? Yo, Doug in the house. G'day, Doug. Hi there, Gives and Givers. How you doing, Doug? Hello, skis. Let me, I mean, I'm a little lost here why this is log out. I'm saving up to buy a Rosie. Cracky. So let me just get back to my NFT. So owned by Gives a Minute. So why can't Gives a Minute just log back in here? Why can't I just log in as Gives a Minute? Resources, create. What is this profile? I'm not logged. Like, this is what's confusing. I'm not logged in. I logged myself out. You've logged out successfully. No shit, I've logged out successfully. Refresh. I want to log in here. My wallet. Create. What does it say? It's telling me to log out again. What on earth is going on? Profile. Again, it goes back to this unnamed profile. I don't know who unnamed is. I've got my own profile. It's Gives a Minute, and it's connected to my MetaMask wallet, which is where I sold that NFT or listed the NFT, and now I can't get to it. Am I missing a step here? Platform status. Try a different browser. We did that already, Pertsky. You must have been out of the room. We did that already. It's log in via your MetaMask, dude, which my MetaMask is right here. Bizarre, man. Log out, dude. Get out of there, man. Log back in. The fuck are you talking about? And see, this is so sketchy, dude. It's bringing up Coinbase Wallet. Oh my God, that is sketchy as, man. Do you see that? MetaMask ticked. Choose log out. Choose log back in. Refresh funds. Watch this. If I press refresh funds, it opens up Coinbase. Are you for real? Oh my God, that is so super sketchy, dude. I'm not using Coinbase Wallet. Wow. User denied message signature. No shit, I did. That's super sketchy, man. I can't even log out here. Like, what the hell, dude? My collections. Now it's telling me to create a new collection because it's not me. That's bad, man. That is bad, bad, bad form. PowerCat, when you log out, does it say you've logged out successfully at the bottom of the page? You might not be able to see it. I'll drag this handle up so that you guys can see the whole page here. Let's go log out. You've been logged out successfully. Redox Bear, how you doing, man? Let's see your NFTs. I've only got one, dude. I've only got one. It's the one that I'm selling. I'm trying to log into my account. Check this out. This is the NFT I'm selling. This is my NFT by Gives a Minute. I just can't log in as Gives a Minute. It just does not. My MetaMask wallet is open. This is the MetaMask wallet I used to create this NFT. There it is. It's on. I go up here to profile. It tells me to log out again, but I'm not even logged in. This is what your account does? Okay, so what I'm suggesting here, it's a shame your NFT wasn't stolen in the attack. They're offering refunds. Yes, that is a shame because it's not going to sell, right? So what I was explaining why I'm selling this for 100 ether. The reason I'm selling it for what you might consider to be an overreach is because it's a fucking fine image, right? It's a beautiful image. Well, I took this photograph. It's a cracker. It's printable, massive, right? It's 300 DPI. It's massive. You can print that sucker huge. This amount of money obviously changes. 100 ETH doesn't change, but the value of ETH changes. This is quite literally life-changing money for me. This amount is life-changing for me. It's not much for a whale. And when I say a whale now, I'm not referring to the whale in the image. I'm talking about the whales that own a lot of NFTs. And they have heaps of NFTs that they're selling, flipping them for a profit. Don't forget there is 8-bit fucking gifts of coffee mugs that are selling for $1 million. We're talking $250,000. We're talking 262,000 as it stands right now. Ethereum's on a pretty down, like everything else. So I think that is a reasonable amount of money. Just got bitten by something. I think that's reasonable because whales that are spending money on NFTs are spending a lot more for a lot less. It doesn't mean anything to them, but it would mean a great deal to me. So that's why I put it for that. Do I think it will sell? Probably not. What I envisage in my twisted mind, the way I see it happening, would be someone stumbling upon it and seeing it and saying, that image would be very beneficial for this boardroom in this meeting area of a whole bunch of executives. It's only 100 ETH. That's on a down right now. ETH is pretty low. It's 260,000. Let's get it. And they're done. And when they do that, it's like no skin off their back, but it's actual changing my life for me. So that's why I've done it. What have I got bitten by just now? Got the NFT bug. Can you guys see that? Something just bit me on the arm there. Probably a dingo. Flaming dingoes. If you want NFTs without the ridiculous gas fees, try blockchains like Cardano or Solana. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I only did this as a test to sort of just get it out there and just see what would happen. I don't really think it's going to sell. By the way, it's got until August 19 for it to sell. Otherwise, they delete it or something. Either way, I can't get into my account. So as it stands, OpenSea is closed. It's closed to sea right now. You can't get in there. Let's take a look at the video here. This is the NFT hack explained. It's by a channel called Refactored. This is the OpenSea NFT hack explained. 1.7 mil stolen so far. Let's see what he's got to say.
What is actually going on with this OpenSea hack? In this video, I'm going to do a deep dive and we're going to touch on exactly what's going on, what sort of exploit this is, and at the very end, I will give you some tips on how not to fall prey to these sort of hacks. Let's get started. So as you can see here on Etherscan, this account in one day has accumulated over $500,000.
Oh, yada, 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 waddy, bada, whoosh. Wow. Dang, dudes.
Scan, this account in one day has accumulated over $500,000. So you can see exactly where the money is going. It'll be interesting to see where it routes in the future. And as you can see, this banner when we go to OpenSea.io is actually telling us about this phishing hack. So it's trying to get people to kind of stay vigilant for the time being.
So just as for those that didn't hear, I did receive what I understand now to be the phishing email. It said you've got to migrate your listing to this new, can't remember exactly what it said or what the wording was, but there was a process involved. I did not click anything in the email. I went over to my account on OpenSea, which I could log into easily at that point, right? Didn't have any issues logging in there at all. Logged in, I saw that there was this thing which is legitimate. You have to migrate across. I migrated it across. Done. Signed out. Now I can't log back into my account. So I'm not too sure if these are related or if their site's just down for precautionary measures. Twilight, how you doing, Twilight? Hello, skis. I love fishing. Fishing. How's the fishing down there in Australia? Quite good, I reckon. Yeah, good fishing down here. I don't fish, but there is good fish. Black Swan, I go on Polygon. Is that spelled incorrectly? And I have fixed prices, but no fee or something. Just set price and click OK, wait. Interesting, Black Swan. Interesting.
First off, what actually even happened here? According to OpenSea, 32 accounts have been confirmed as compromised, and a total of $1.7 million USD in assets have been stolen. So this is a sizable hack, but it seems like the 200 million USD.
You use the Polygon chain instead of Ethereum for OpenSea. Yeah, okay, I gotcha. I mean, yeah, and that might have been the better way to do it, right? I did spend a little to make the NFT. No denying that. The gas fees aren't cheap on Ethereum. I did that. Maybe I shouldn't have. Polygon might have been the better option.
Mayonnaise! Wow!
I'm going to get a duplicate of it on the Pulse chain, though. Black Swan, how you doing, man? Thank you for the ice cream.
Figure that's being circulated isn't quite substantiated yet. So first, let's check out what the CEO and founder of OpenSea has to say. Okay, so I'm just taking a look at his Twitter account right now, and I quote, "We have confidence that this was a phishing attack. We don't know where the phishing occurred, but we have been able to rule out a number of things based on our conversations with 32 affected users."
Redox Bear, I hate Ether with a passion. I cannot wait till Cardano flips it. Ooh. Yeah? Is that your call? Cardano's going to flip ETH? Redox, you love your little calls, don't you? You put in 100% Bitcoin to 100,000 before the end of last year, and then you had to renege that one. So just maybe we should be putting bets down, dude. Maybe every time you call out something, I'll be like, how much are you willing to wager on that? Because you would have lost on the Bitcoin one. But then you did come back when it was looking nasty. You were like, actually, before the end of the year, can I rechange my prediction? Maybe we should. Actually, you know what? We're not allowed to. We're not allowed to do that on DLive. I did not suggest doing it. It was not a thing I thought of. It was you that thought of it, not me. You can't do it. 2 layer coins come more and more into it. Interesting.
Specifically, this attack did not originate on OpenSea.io. Interaction with OpenSea email is not a vector for attack. In fact, we are unaware of any of the affected users receiving or clicking links in suspicious emails.
I can show you the email right now. I got that email. I got the email. It was from OpenSea.io. If it was the phishing one, my protocol is never click a link in an email unless you're 100% expecting the email. Even then, it's easy just to go to the site. Like if you get an email from mug.com and it says, "Oh, just letting you know your account, there was some weird actions on your account. We had to fix some things. It's all fixed now. Click here to verify that it's all good." You might have a mug.com account, and sure, you might have assets on there that might have needed tweaking, whatever the thing is. Instead of clicking that link, just go to your browser and type in mug.com and sign in and go, okay, is there anything in here about this? If it's not in here, then it's a phishing scam. So the email, and it's as bad as like phone calls to your phone. The moment you answer them, in this case, clicking the link is answering it, then they know that you're real. So just don't click links in emails. Go to the website, log in, look for the information. Oh, is this in here as well? Because if it's in your account on the website, then you know, yep. What was that noise? Sometimes this house just settles when it's been windy. Hasn't been windy though, man. I'm not too sure what that is then. I think he just burped.
Minting, buying, selling, or listing items using OpenSea.io is not a vector for attack. In particular, signing the new smart contract, the Wyvern 2.3 contract, is not a vector for attack. Using the listing migration tool on OpenSea to migrate listings to the new Wyvern 2.3 contract is not a vector for attack. Clicking on our site banner is also not a vector for the attack. We're actively working with users whose items were stolen to narrow down a set of common websites that have been interacted with that might be responsible for the malicious signatures. Okay, so basically what this means is the OpenSea website was not hacked, so there wasn't any banner or any sort of malfeasance on the OpenSea website. Similar, it wasn't
Malfeasance. What a cool word. I've never heard that word before. Malfeasance. Doug, got a split? We'll be a bit quiet. Will the Junior Life Saving Champion next couple of days maybe call it? Yeah, man. Yeah. Maybe on Friday, Thursday, whatever. Yeah, cool, dude. Take care, Doug.
The OpenSea emails.
I want to hear that word again. Malviolence? Malviolence.
On the website was not hacked. So there wasn't any banner or any sort of malfeasance on the OpenSea.
Malfeasance. Hey Siri, what does malfeasance mean?
Malfeasance means wrongdoing, especially US, by a public official.
It's a US term, wrongdoing by a public official. Yeah, right. Interesting.
Website. Similar, it wasn't the OpenSea emails that were compromised. So it wasn't as if some emails were sent to users, they clicked the link and the link was malicious in some way.
Ah, that's good to know. So I could have clicked the links in the email. So how did it happen then? That's an unfortunate pause on this gentleman, isn't it? That's a terrible pause. Wow, I'll get off there quickly. 1 second longer. He looks like he's half asleep.
Although that's always a possibility from a spoofed email, from a third-party email service, but the OpenSea official emails were not hacked. And real quick, this is actually important. Like this video so that we can get this out to people.
That pose,
so that
right?
People are aware of this.
It was a great pose, wasn't it? Yeah. Has anybody heard of that word, malfeasance, before? Put a 1 in the chat if you've heard of it. Put a 0 if you haven't. So 0 is I haven't heard of it. 1 is, yeah, man, we use that word all the time. What are you talking about? You don't use that word in Australia? What's wrong with you, man? He looks like an ugly, real doll. He's not ugly. This is a good-looking gentleman. I'm assuming that's a good-looking guy. Pertsky's heard of it. Black Swan has not heard of it, so there's 50-50 there to Fakey. Can we get a 50-50 here, folks? I don't think this guy's an ugly guy. He's a good-looking chap.
This and OpenSea gets this fixed and less people have issues with this hack. I think that's probably
your standards are too high.
A good thing to do. And most importantly, it sounds like this is a phishing hack. And phishing actually does not compromise the integrity of anything that OpenSea is doing. The Ethereum blockchain, the smart contracts. It has nothing to do with that. It's a social engineering hack. We always need to stay vigilant of social engineering hacks, but it's not an indictment on the technology or any of the platforms in question.
Yeah, phishing typically is like, if you put it in like real terms, imagine some dude comes to your house and says, we understand that your smoke alarms need checking. Can we just come in and check them? Yeah, we do this every year. And what, you weren't here last year? What? Oh, no, we do it every year. And you let them in, right? You let them in. They come in. When they're in, they take everything. They take your microwave, they take your television. It's like, well, none of your stuff was compromised except the fact that you opened the door and said, come on in, which is the equivalent of clicking the link. Don't let them in. I was referring to when you paused him, he looks like an ugly real doll. Okay, I see what you're saying, Petsky. Understood. He's a good-looking fella. I don't swing that way, though. I mean, I don't either, but I can spot a good-looking dude, right? I can spot a good-looking dude. I've spent 46 years looking at this to know what a good-looking dude is. If I get the opposite from this by looking in the mirror, I can then gauge what a good-looking dude is. I'm talking about Gibbs, by the way. We're talking about this gentleman. Let's keep it on topic, Red Ox Bear. Sergeant Bob, how you doing, man? Hello, skis. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Sergeant Bob's in the house.
So emails were sent out from OpenSea that got users kind of skittish, but it looks like those emails are not related to this attack.
Good to know.
All right, so this Twitter user, Nezo, also did some sleuthing and came up with some interesting information. Basically, they determined that phishing was used to target individuals, and individuals would sign a contract that looked legitimate or probably was presented with some sort of legitimate need or urgency. And once that contract was signed, the signatures were stored on a server by the hacker. And then at a later point, the hacker is able to transact on behalf of the hacked user. And it looks like that exploit happened actually about 30 days ago. Because I know this is going to come up as a question.
Red Ox Bear, if I send you my passphrase for your wallet, if you send me your passphrase for your wallet, I'll double your money. Trust me, bro. Yeah, man, that sounds like a good deal. Hey, like, I'll just let you Yeah, I'll give you my seed phrase, and then you can like I'll have one Bitcoin in there, and you can just put the other one in next to it, and then send it back to me. I mean, that's fair. It's a good trade. Hey, like when should we do that? Should we do it now? So we'll do it live so everybody can see. I'm being silly. Don't ever give that seed phrase to anybody. Don't. Not ever do it ever. No, don't. Even if you're thinking about doing it, stop thinking about doing it.
Let's linger a second on email exploits. So if you get an email from OpenSea in this case, it would be my suggestion to never use a link in their email to transact.
Hey, I just said this, and I've not seen this video before. I said that at the beginning. It's no skin off your back to just go, oh, they've got to take action because of an email. Oh, no worries. Open up your browser, pump in the URL, and go and log in. Don't click through the login of the email. Redox Bear says, I've learned not to fall for such foolish ruses playing RuneScape since 2005. Maybe better send your bank routing number 2. Do that as well. The reason, so asking for the seed phrase is a dead set giveaway, right? I need the access because we got to fix something. I mean, sadly enough, that does work with some people, but I did get scammed, and a lot of people on DLive got scammed using a Tron TRX, what was it called? Tron, not Tron Win. The name's irrelevant because it now exists as something, not Tron Faucet. The name's irrelevant because it exists again now. So what these sites are, they're like every day a new scam. Yeah, this is what I'm getting at, Sergeant Bob. It's every day with especially with TRX, right? With the Tron network, fucking hell, man, it's rife. And what they are is they say like a free mining, you know. I could show you one. I could literally show you one right now. You go to them and they're like free mining. So just make an account, and this is how they get you in. They're like, make an account, right? They just create an account with fake email at fake.com. No worries. You've got access to fake.com. Cool. Okay, you got a fake email, got a fake address. No worries. As soon as you start using the address, bam, you start earning TRX. Starts drip feeding the faucet. You can just come back tomorrow and you'll see extra TRX. The numbers just keep going up, right? Just keep going up. Then they're like, after about 2 weeks of just seeing the number going up, you're like, oh, cool. I'm almost at 1 TRX. I mean, it's a slow drip feed, right? But it does go up. Then you start to see at the bottom of the website, it's like, you can speed this up, like speed up your mining process. It's like mining. Speed up your mining by adding your own TRX. So if you've got 100 TRX, you'll then 4 by the speed, or you'll be 10 by it, or whatever it is. So suddenly you're like, yeah, you go and link your Tronlink wallet, and then you sign the request, the receipt, and it's like, oh, then they've just taken 10 of your TRX, and of course they say you'll get that back at the end of the mining period, whatever the time that you've chosen to do that for is. You'll get that back plus the interest that you've mined. Of course, every single person that's used this, including myself, never, ever, ever gets access back to what they put in. It's hard enough to take out the profit because the profit is so little, but you never get your principal back. I think Comtech, who's no longer in the streams here, it's not a BitTorrent scam. It's on the Tron chain. Comtech fell for it, got done by it. So did he got done to the tune of 1,000 TRX. CoinCaptain got done to the tune, not CoinCaptain, Chamoney got done to the tune of another 1,000 TRX. I got done for 100. I was going to say 500. No, I got done for 100. And I was sort of lucky. I got an email from them, which I thought was pretty unique because they always have a bounty program. And if you sign up to the bounty program and you get referrals, you get an extra referral bonus. So I had a referral thing going. I did a stream on it. I did a stream on this. Had a little referral going and I was earning a little extra from the referrals. So I got an email from them saying, congratulations, you're part of the referral program. Every now and then you'll see the referral income come through. Happy times, good work, no worries. So that was an opening of a communication, I thought. So when everything fell down, or when everything just became obvious it was a scam, I just immediately sent them an email. Just a little, like, just to test the waters. I sent an email saying something like, something generic like, oh, thanks for letting me know about the referral bounty program. Will I receive that amount in my wallet, or will I have to accept the receipt, or something, just something. It was so non-significant, but the idea was to get a response back from them to prove that they were humans. And nothing ever came. Never got another email from them. So I asked a very generic question about the bounty program and about how I'd receive the extra income, and nobody responded. So what I think is, when you apply to the bounty program, it triggers an automatic email. Off that goes. It goes from an email account that's a burner, which they never ever check, or they change them every now and then. And I still can't think of the name. Tron Cash, Tron Power, doesn't matter. That thing disappeared. You come back to these websites after 4 months, they're just gone. They're just literally gone. The whole thing's gone. And then you'll see another one almost the same. Like, they've got the same template. They've always got these really intricate graphics with like twisting blockchains rotating around, and it's got like a little faucet with the number going up, and it's like choose your plan here and link your Tronlink wallet. It's the exact same scam with a different skin on the front. Iberian girl, hello. How you doing? So what I'm saying is, yep, I fell for it, just like a bunch of people did, and we lost everything, everybody. No one cleaned up anything out of that. Yeah. My video is still up on my YouTube channel, my stream talking about it. It's there, and I've pinned a comment saying this is 100% a scam. Do not fall for this or any of this crap. It's all a scam.
In fact, I would never click a link on any email. Why is this? Because there's so many different ways an email can be hacked. Like, even if you look at the details and the email came from the proper name server, the proper domain name, well, that just means that OpenSea's email servers could have been hacked. Again, you don't need a hack on the Ethereum network. You don't need an exploit in the contract. You don't need anything that sophisticated. It could have just been that someone got into the OpenSea mail server and sent out emails on their behalf. Additionally, you can send emails that look like they're coming from OpenSea. These are called spoofed emails, and it'll even say from OpenSea.io, and that's a spoofed email. And finally, even if OpenSea's email servers were not hacked, OpenSea probably doesn't manage its own email servers. It probably uses a third party. And in this case, I think it's a company called customer.io or something like that. So it's not even OpenSea that needs to get hacked for that exploit to be used. It could have been the third party that's fronting these emails, like SendGrid or something like that. And if that happens, again, you send out these emails and you have people do things that are ill-advised. And let's just take an example real quick. Say I need to pay company A an invoice, and they're going to give me a wire number to send the invoice to.
Who pays by a wire transfer? Talk about getting high gas fees. Wire transfers are smashing fees. That's like middleman.
If someone has access to their email servers, they can send me a legitimate email saying, hey, send the wire to address 123. And it looks completely legitimate from my perspective. The email's legitimate, it came from the right people. I go ahead and send wire to address 123, and then the customer says, hey, we never got the wire. Well, that's because someone had compromised their email server. That's exactly what can happen here. Now, it does look like an exploit was also used in the smart contract itself, and I'm not 100% sure on this.
That's more gnarly if the contract was exploited.
Because I can't quite parse Solidity code, especially code that's been obfuscated by hackers, but what I'm seeing on some Twitter feeds is that essentially it's always been assumed that one transaction can send one NFT, can send one digital asset. A single transaction can actually empty out a whole wallet and send all the assets. So that's actually a new piece of information. Again, it's not exploitable without the social engineering aspect, but apparently that's something that people may not have known. And I'm not 100% on that, but that's what it appears to look like. So now the other hack vector that people are talking about is there is a migration initiative going on with OpenSea right now to implement a new contract that kind of polishes up some loose ends that were going on. And what happened was there was a banner being shown on OpenSea.io. And I actually used the Wayback Machine here to show you what that looks like. And the question that people had was, well, when you click that banner, is that the phishing attack? Is that then taking me to the exploit? According to OpenSea, it wasn't. But let's just talk about this for a second. This is a possible vector for attack. And basically, all they would need, the hackers, is access to the OpenSea.io front-end servers. Now it's pretty unlikely, but it's possible. And
that'd be an inside job then. To have that access to the front-end servers, that's an inside job. Is that what he's saying?
It's unlikely that they would hack the OpenSea hosts, but it's possible that they could hack one of the third parties that the hosts are using. So look at this list of third-party resources that are injecting JavaScript onto OpenSea. We have Amplitude, Cloudflare, Facebook, FullStory, Google Fonts, Google Analytics, YouTube. I mean, there's just a number of different domains that are injecting JavaScript onto OpenSea. All these tags, all they would have to do is just amend that JavaScript to do a social exploit and drop a little banner and say, hey, urgent, gotta do this. And then not everyone will fall victim to it, but some percentage of people will fall victim to it. And now they have those funds. So that's a more likely way that this all gets compromised. And so I did some digging on some of these hacked accounts, and basically one of the
So all these speculations and all these ideas, what are OpenSea saying happened? Because someone at OpenSea knows what happened. So they haven't. So OpenSea have made a joke about it, saying, "Yeah, get your non-fungible tissues ready because the NFTs are gone," which is a sucky way to respond. I feel like that must have been a joke. But what are they actually saying happened? Because 1.7 million, it's a fair amount of money, right? Like they need to be accountable at some point.
These accounts that's actually conducting some of this hacking has actually renamed its wallet name. And you can see, and again, because the blockchain is transparent, we can see the transactions associated with this wallet.
Yeah, no shame. Pertsky, their tweet response was, bad luck. And they even made a giggle at it, like, go and get your non-fungible tissues ready because these are gone. They're not coming back. Which was bizarre, a bizarre response because, 31 people got all their NFTs pinched and OpenSea just like, yeah, that's part of the game, folks. Sucked in.
Address. For instance, you can see this Adidas original asset has been stolen from this user. All right, so here's some tips if you want to avoid this sort of thing. First off, it's more likely that the hack is going to be social engineering oriented as opposed to a hack of the code base. You should never feel rushed. If you feel rushed, it's a hack, okay? Rush equals hack. They're trying to get you on your heels. They're trying to get...
Rush equals hack? Anywhere outside of crypto, let's think the music industry, that'd be hate speech. The band Rush are hacks? What are you talking about? Rush equals hack? Get out of here.
It's a hack, okay? Rush equals hack. They're trying to get you on your heels. They're trying to get you to make a dumb decision. This is why those scammers call in. They say the IRS and you only have 1 day left to da-da-da-da-da.
All those Bitcoin ones. Have you guys got the emails about... you may not be aware, but we've videoed you masturbating and we have this in our possession now, and unless you send X amount of Bitcoin to this address, we'll release it. Well, I've been getting those emails for nearly 4 years now. Still waiting to see myself pop up on some sketchy porn site ferociously attacking something, but it's never happened, hey? I'm down like about 20 Bitcoin too to these guys too. I'm in the red pretty bad, hey?
No, it's a hack. Furthermore, as a general rule of thumb, if you're not looking for something, then it's not legitimate. Like if something comes in through email or through phone, but you weren't looking for it, ignore it.
Typical.
Only do what you're looking for. You're looking for a transaction. You're looking to buy something. Things are going to come at you, and they're probably phishing scams. Second, I would not click any links through email or any other social media channels. I just would not do that. Again, you should be proactive in this world, never reactive. Never, oh, I have to click this link, I have to call this number. No. It should always be proactive. You go to OpenSea, you transact, you initiate the transaction, but it's never you reacting to something.
But that's true. That's true. But it's also hard to, in this instance, when they send out an email saying you've got to migrate to a new chain or a new protocol, it's like, well, how can you be anything but reactive at that point? You have to do something. It's not like you're proactive. We're changing the protocol. You're just the user. But I see what he's saying. It's a valid point, but not always easy to execute on.
Someone's telling you, that's a red flag. Don't succumb to that. So for most people, I would advise at this point to not do anything, because unfortunately these hacks are kind of like cascading. Like people will use a hack to create a new hack because
that's interesting. That's maybe why I can't log into my account. Black Swan, that's really nice advice. Be proactive, not reactive. I like that. Yeah, me too. Yeah, that's it. It's a good, solid approach, but not always is it going to work.
They know people are in a frenzy. They're not in their right mind. So now there's going to be emails that say like, don't get hacked. Here's another email.
Mayonnaise! Wow!
Mayonnaise! Wow! Who did that? Black Swan, thank you for the ice cream. Cheers, man. Thank you, dude.
So it's kind of this like recursive thing. You know, the one exception to that is basically if you interacted with a compromised link anytime in the past, you know, it's possible that this hacker has your signature. So like maybe audit your transactions, and if any of them look sketchy, then maybe then maybe send your assets to a new wallet. But I wouldn't even really advise that, because it's far more likely you're just going to create more problems for yourself. But if you are fairly confident that maybe you succumb to something like phishing, then you might want to make a fresh wallet and transfer to that wallet. Anyways, I hope this video was helpful. Continue to read up on this. But again, the long and short of it is, this is a phishing attack. It hasn't hit that many users. So this isn't a call to arms or anything like that. As always, if this video was helpful, just go ahead and subscribe to this channel, and I'll be keeping you apprised of the latest around emerging technology. Thanks.
Very cool. Let me give you
What is actually going?
Let me give you this guy's channel, folks, because I thought that was worthy. Very well done. His channel name is Refactored. I'm going to pop it in the chat here in case you are interested in going over and following him. Refactored. It was very cool. I wonder if... So I tried to log into my OpenSea. By default, it went ahead and linked my Coinbase wallet, of which I've only just started using. Okay, so get this. The only reason I signed up to Coinbase Wallet extension is because they offered $5 worth of Ether. So you went on to, in fact, let's do it. Let's do this now. Let's check this out. Let me show you this. Let me go to, where am I? Hang on a second. Let me get the Brave browser. Where's the Brave browser? Here we go. I want to show you this shizzle. Let's go back over to the Brave skis. Let's make this a little larger. Actually, let me just get off there for a second, and let me just log into Coinbase in case, you know, there could be something that pops up that I don't want the public to see. In terms of, oh no, there we go. It just logged me straight in. Okay, so what I've got here, folks, this is my Coinbase wallet to the value of $4, and this came from this program here, Can you guys see that? Learn and Earn. So you click on once a month or every couple of weeks. I just log into Coinbase. I don't use Coinbase, but I just log in there, and this Learn and Earn gives you the option to earn cryptocurrency by taking little quizzes and whatnot. What's these 4 notifications? I'll just jump off there and just check what these are. Oh, these are just Bitcoin prices. Okay, so if we look at Learn and Earn, earn $4 in Ethereum. Take you 10 minutes to do it. Start using the Coinbase wallet. So this is what I did. I went start task. it gives you like a little instructional know-how here. Learn about using Coinbase self-custody wallet, how to connect to your Coinbase account. So you do all this. What is self-custody? You go through all the steps, which I've done, such as this and this. And then it says, set up a Coinbase wallet on your phone. Now, I'm not on a phone right now, but I have... Coinbase Wallet is a secure cryptocurrency wallet that lets you access third-party decentralized apps, DApps, like Maker. Coinbase Wallet is required for this lesson. Note, it's different than the main Coinbase app. So I'm not on my phone right now. I'm on my computer. So I don't have any Coinbase app. I've just got the browser open. To download Coinbase Wallet, we can text you a link to your phone. Alternatively, you can search for Coinbase Wallet in the App Store or on Google Play. I went ahead and installed the extension, which is right here. This is my Coinbase Wallet right here. There's nothing in it. I already have Coinbase Wallet. Click this. Connect your wallet to Coinbase. Now that you've set up your Coinbase Wallet, please connect it to your main Coinbase account. You'll be automatically directed to in the next step after the connection is successful. So I'm going to assume that this is where I'm stuck because this is not the Coinbase Wallet app. This is the browser extension app. And therefore I'm stuck on this waiting for connection. So this just keeps rotating. You can see the little rotating blue. So what I'm trying to explain is if you want to earn $4 in crypto, in this case Ethereum, go ahead and do what I didn't do and install the Coinbase. You know what? We could even do that right now. Do you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let me get my telephone device. Let's do it right here on the stream. How will I do this? I need to bring my phone in using... Actually, I can't do that. How did we do that before? I can't put my phone in because it's using all of my things are being used. How did we do that before? Can't use that. Can't use that. No. How did we do? Oh, you know what we did? Did we do that? No, we can't do that. We must have done this before when I had a different setup because I need to plug my phone into my new laptop and I don't have any other ports. How did we do that? I must have got an extra port out. That's bizarre. Okay, well, cancel that idea. Okay, that cannot be done. I guess I'll do it on my own time or I'll work out. Well, actually, no, there's no need to do it on stream anyway. Let me just put that back up there. Get out of there. Yeah, so you might want to learn and earn $4 worth of Ethereum. Go ahead and start using the Coinbase wallet. Do it on your phone, though. Do it on your phone. What was I going to show you here? Get wallet. Wow. It's confusing, isn't it? Because I've already got this wallet. You know what? I should just get rid of that, right? Can I get rid of that? I don't even use it. And yeah, you know what? I'm going to get rid of that because I don't want that. Because as we saw before, OpenSea defaulted to that, which was bizarre. Let me get rid of that. Coinbase Wallet extension. Remove from Brave. Yeah, just remove that. Get that out of there. So that's not going to happen. But we do have another story here. Where is my last story we're going to look at here on the machines of cryptocurrencies? This one is in PC Gamer magazine or website. Let's get rid of that banner at the bottom. Developer cancels crowdfunded MMO and disappears amid fraud allegations. Now, an MMO is a mixed... I don't know. I don't play games, folks. What is MMO? Mixed martial... Massively multiplayer online. Massively multiplayer. So when you play against other crew. Titan Reach's lead developer allegedly used investment funds to gamble on crypto and buy a Tesla. Listen to this article. Do you want to listen to it instead of me reading it? How long is it? I can read this. Let me just see what this sounds like though.
Developer cancels crowdfunded.
Oh, hell no. I'll read it with a real human voice. Indie MMO project Titan Reach has lurched from crisis to crisis since its initial Kickstarter back in 2020, and it now seems to have ended for good in confusion and failure, with a YouTuber close to the project alleging that the lead developer misappropriated investor funds to gamble on crypto and even purchase a Tesla. Is that a link to his video? Let's take a look at that. It is indeed. It is indeed, skis. Take a look at that as well. We'll read the article first. Titan Reach was a RuneScape-like MMO that ultimately failed to meet its initial Kickstarter goal of 430,000. Undeterred, the developers, Square Root Studio, it said the word root, only Australians will find that funny, adopted a month-to-month crowdfunding model and saw continued interest from its community over the course of several early access iterations. Ultimately, though, the 200,000 Square Root received in crowdfunding was not enough to sustain the project, and its lead developer, going by the username Unravel, announced the end of the development on the game's Discord back in August last year. The next month, Unravel took back to Discord to announce that the game had been fully funded. Oh, there you go. There you go. You just got a whole big donation by an anonymous angel investor. And the development would resume. Kira TV, an independent critic on YouTube, had previously covered Titan Reach extensively, corresponded with its developers, claimed to have spoken to this new investor in a video posted around the same time. Despite this surprising windfall, Titan Reach ceased development. Oh wow, they stopped developing just last week, with Unravel announcing the depletion of their funds. Because he went and bought a Tesla? Jeez. And diving into a long digression about NFT integration and he was hoping to include with the game. The surprise closure, coupled with the unexpected reveal of blockchain plans, a controversial topic on its own, led to a backlash against the developers, including threats of doxing. Whoops! Square Root closed the Titan Reach Discord and the game's website and social media accounts. They've all gone dark. Previously mentioned YouTuber Kira TV, I guess this is who we're going to look at. Kira TV, yeah, that's Kira TV. Has now released a video alleging that Titan's Reach Angle investor, that's Angel, pulled out after Unravel misappropriated funds for a failed 150,000 cryptocurrency investment and instead purchased a Tesla. With screenshots on Discord conversations as primary evidence. Is that the same video? Yeah, so we're going to take a look at that in a second, but you can't believe it, right? Kira TV also claims that Titan Reach's mystery investor is a South African cryptocurrency entrepreneur, Andre Cronje, and alleges the Unravel attempted to bribe him into not investigating the reason for Cronje pulling his funding. We've reached out to Mr. Cronje and we'll update the article if we receive a statement. In the meantime, Unravel has gone to ground and other former members of Square Root have not spoken out. It's a bizarre story of internet fraud and lofty ambitions, weaving together several 2022 gaming through lines, crowdfunding cryptocurrencies, and the increasing close relationships between developers and their game's influencers. It certainly makes the case, once again, that we should be circumspect about crowdfunding a game from an unproven developer, especially a project as ambitious and expensive as an MMO. Let's take a look at this video from this channel, Kira TV, the truth about Titan Reach.
There is a saying about stories. Stories have three sides: your side, my side, and the truth. This video is no one's side. This video is the truth. The reason that this one is so different from the rest is not just that it has insane highs to go along with the ridiculous lows, but because I was personally involved with it at almost every step of the way.
So this is inside info. Is this going to be this whole video just this gameplay and then him talking? Oh shit, I dislike these videos. But anyway.
In the unique position where there are only 3 people in the entire world who know the details, and one of them is me. One of the others is the subject of this video, known as Unravel, the CEO and founder of Square Root Studios, maker of the Titan Reach MMORPG, and the mystery benefactor that committed to giving Unravel millions of dollars over the course of
millions? I thought it was 150.
A couple of years with absolutely no strings attached. A lot of stories need a villain at the center, but I ask you to stick around until the very end before you come to your conclusions on how you feel. This is the story of how a game developer killed the golden goose for nothing but his own greed. February 12th, 2021, Titan Reach will be laid to rest. This is the message penned by Unravel to his community. The studio is closing, we're out of money, and the reasons for this will not be discussed as they are private.
He does say there, it says up the top, and no, I am not running off with the funding. We're funded in monthly installments.
The message was cryptic, and if it was left there, likely wouldn't have blown up too drastically. Unravel, however, decided to not leave it there. He wanted to clarify that they were working on turning the MMORPG that started out trying to emulate RuneScape into a crypto NFT blockchain hybrid game. This, of course, was a mistake to divulge, especially at the same time as they were announcing the closing of the studio, as the message sent the Discord into a frenzy. Within minutes, there were calls for him to be reported for financial fraud. His real-life picture was linked with people making fun of him. His real-life name and address were being spread around with calls to pay him a visit, and much more. The Discord was out of control, and Unravel made another poor choice, although one he thought was necessary.
Deleted the Discord. By the way, what is this game we're seeing? Does anybody know what this is? This game that we're watching him play?
The time, and I don't blame him for. He closed the server immediately, and not in the 7 days as his announcement had detailed. As soon as the server closed, there were alternative servers popping up for the quote refugees of the Titan Reach community. And it didn't stop there. Developers of the game, who were just as confused, were also joining up to discuss what had just happened. This is where the story should have really ended, and where Unravel thought it would too. I think he still thinks it's ended here. However, he made too many mistakes for me.
This says, meet Unravel. Unravel is the co-founder for Square Root Studios and the lead programmer for Titan Reach. In addition to programming, Unravel supports his team with game design and delegates tasks to ensure the team meets their deadlines. He has worked in different IT positions throughout his career and has been working on Titan Reach full-time since late 2019 alongside his business partner and friend Fish. Unravel enjoys spending his free time gaming with his wife, spending time with the kids and playing with the family dog. Read more about him there. Persky plays this game. It's called Cow Anus Slayer 2022. Shit.
Me to keep this to myself. Now we have to give you the context of Titan Reach, my involvement and what happened with it. We have to go back to the beginning, the place where many of the...
Hey, Tallship, how you doing? Only idiots base their livelihoods on a Discord community. I've seen entire projects end abruptly because of it. Freaking boneheads. Yeah, I mean, there's one thing to be said about building up a strong community in Discord. This is good, but you wouldn't want to spend all your time in there, right? Is that what you're saying? Like, just don't forget the real world?
Best stories begin. Back to Kickstarter. On September 16th, 2020, the page appeared titled Titan Reach, a modern take on old school MMORPGs, asking for pledges totaling $430,000 from the public to achieve a modern...
I'm assuming this is that game, right? It looks like it by the banner at the top left. It looks pretty cool. They only received they received under 100,000 of their 300,000 pound goal.
Version of an old classic called RuneScape. We've all been here before. My channel seems to return to this well of content often and drink deep. A Kickstarter MMORPG asking for large sums of money with nothing of substance to back up their idea, and eventually I must make a video chronicling the downfall of the company, usually with millions of dollars vanishing into thin air. However, Titan Reach was different, and that's what got me interested initially. They presented this Kickstarter with a fully functioning demo client, free to download for anyone and try before you buy, so to speak. The demo worked as an MMORPG, albeit very early on. You could log in, run around the game world with other players on a persistent server, perform tasks, do quests, work your way up the leaderboard in the skilling system, and see progress to the game development for the month that the Kickstarter remained active. For this reason, I gave the game positive coverage. While I suggested no one back the project if they're adverse to the risk it just turns into nothing, as I usually do, I did talk about the positive aspect of presenting the Kickstarter with transparency about the game state, a demo that you could actually play and see what they had, no lofty promises, and no CG trailer presenting a lie to hoodwink people out of their money. It looked legit, it looked like they had something, and what they had,
it looks
they
pretty
were showing
good.
People. On October 16, 2020, despite Titan Reach doing it in what I'd call a more ethical and honest way, it mattered not to funding. Titan Reach did not hit their $430,000 goal. The campaign closed at 31% of funding.
Says here, we have reached the end of our Kickstarter campaign with a final total of 185,000 AUD. Why is it Australian dollars now? That's weird that it's Australian dollars. And 839 backers. Although we did not reach our goal, we are incredibly grateful for the support everyone has given us over the last month. We're very proud of the amazing community that has grown around the game. To have come from an almost unknown project to this point is incredible, and it has shown us there is a real desire for the game. We hope everyone enjoyed playing the demo as much as we had enjoyed sharing our game. It's been great fun seeing people explore Glimmermore. I guess that's a town or something. Test out the game's features and find every bug imaginable. The feedback from the community has been incredibly useful in shaping our plans. We couldn't have got here without you. Despite the results of the Kickstarter, we are continuing to work on Titan Reach. However, it is worth bearing in mind that we may not be able to stick to the timeline. That is okay. So at this stage, the game was still going ahead, but just albeit slower. Tallship, Discord suspends people arbitrarily or entire communities. I'm a mod in 2 headless communities. One actually has a game in tokenomics. Discord effectively destroyed it. Interesting.
Meaning they did not receive a single penny. The community that surrounded the game due to the campaign, though, was strong. They were very vocal about wanting to support Titan Reach in other ways, not just to go quietly into the night. Eventually, it was decided that the project would do a month-to-month funding via their own website, selling pledge packages with rewards such as lifetime subscription if the...
This says, firstly, we are now going to fund the project incrementally by only asking for the resources needed to develop an alpha version of the game. We will then look for further funding once the alpha is complete. This allows the cost of the project to be spread out and also allows us to demonstrate more clearly what is being given in return for your support. Secondly, we know that many people felt the Kickstarter rewards were not worth their cost. We'll be working with the community to review all the rewards available during the Kickstarter. We hope that adding better rewards for better value, especially in the lower brackets, will incentivize more people to support the game. Finally, we will be working hard to ensure that information about the game is readily available. So, but what? There was a ban on anyone talking about it before now. We will use our new website as a central location to share news, previews, and developer blogs. These features, alongside our other content, will also be shared on social platforms as well as our Discord. We will be putting in a much larger priority on advertising from here on. That sounds like something DLive could learn from. All those things is what DLive needs to do, right? Shit.
Game fully launched, cosmetics, access to alpha, and more. The website ran a ticker that showed the top donators as well as funds received to date, and this ticker eventually crossed the $200,000 mark. This, however, was the end for Titan Reach as their community knew it. August 30th, 2021, after penny pinching and stretching the $200,000 raised by the community for about 8 months or so.
What's up, Gibbs? Yo, Charles, how you doing, man?
They'd run dry on funding. The month-to-month pledges are slow to a crawl, and despite asking employees to work less hours, they just couldn't continue any longer with what was coming in from the fan base. The announcement came that they would be letting all the staff go, with the founders also moving on to find full-time employment, which would of course result in the Titan Reach project entering the hobbyist state of development yet again.
This says, what happens now? Titan Reach is not closing down. We just cannot develop the game full-time anymore. Our whole team will be looking for work. We are humans with needs. Some devs will leave the team. Development will be returning to a hobbyist state. This may change in future as we're always open to investment opportunities. One World will remain online. I guess that was what was up and tested, as will the website and the database. The game will continue to be accessible and will continue to be updated by myself and potentially others in the future. But in the short term, until life settles for some of us, the game will remain the same. In the near future, we may take on volunteer devs. Okay, cool.
Now we're about to head into the modern events that start to get really crazy, the parts where people struggle to believe and where all the misinformation and speculation is coming from. But I
was going to say, none of this up till this point seems bad at all. This just seems like a great idea that just couldn't get funding any way they tried.
Confirm this is the truth and this is the only place you're going to get it. Bear in mind, at this stage, the public's money is gone, there's nothing left, and to this point, my involvement with Titan Reach and the developers was pretty light. I was messaged by Unravel after each of my videos on the game's development, and we'd chit-chat about the project, what was going on in our lives.
See, so this guy was in the dev team and also doing videos promoting it and whatnot, which is rad. You need more money, is what I'm hearing here. You get to a point where, because the gameplay looks good, doesn't it? Like it. I mean, I'm not a gamer, but I can see that doesn't look bad. Like it's a good, solid attempt. Need more money to finesse it and to finalize it, then that just needs more money.
Nothing really major at all, and I wouldn't call us friends, but we were on good terms. On September 19, 2021, Unravel announced in the Discord that a mysterious investor had come along and funded, quote, the whole game out of the kindness of his heart.
That's amazing. Last year, in Titan Reach has been fully funded. We're back, baby. Someone very kind has funded the whole game out of the kindness of his heart. So no strings attached. Sounds too good to be true, but it is true. More details will come later this week, but thank you for being patient and let's get this show back on the road. That's amazing.
He specifically used the words fully funded, and that will play a role in the video as we progress, so keep that in mind.
That's amazing.
At this stage, I knew there was content to be made on this, as it was such a weird story, and it's not something you hear about every day. As someone who covers things like this for an interest, I contacted Unravel to see if I could get this scoop and if I could speak to this mysterious investor. He obliged, and he put me in contact with the person who was to bankroll the entire project. I put together an interview just from talking to this individual for a few hours, get to know who he was, what he was about, and then I got some quotes from Unravel in an official capacity, and I put the video together. I released it, and that was that. They both enjoyed the video, it was factually accurate based on what I was told, and we all moved on with our lives. Titan Reach closed their alpha client of the game and stopped making public development posts, besides a few trailers, a few teasers every now and again, and to this point there are no wrongdoings. The project was no longer beholden to the public.
Again, this all just sounds great.
As they were no longer crowdfunding or taking a single penny from their community, and development was ongoing behind the scenes to deliver a game on a scale much larger than what was previously thought possible due to this investor's involvement. I rarely spoke to Unravel. We exchanged platitudes every few weeks, just a typical how are you, how's the project going and things like that, until November 2nd, 2021, where Unravel told me he was considering adding crypto to Titan Reach. His idea was to add crypto but still have it be a game first, the first crypto game that was fun for the gamers and not built for crypto traders to speculate on.
Okay, adding crypto to the game would mean you could find or you could buy elements in the game with crypto. Yeah, I guess I'm not a gamer, so I don't know what that means. Adding crypto to the game.
That you could play and not even know it had crypto involved. That's how it was sold to me. I didn't really address this too much, and mostly we talked about other stuff, as he was just talking about a maybe. Then a few weeks later, on the 18th of November, he messaged me again with what I'd consider mostly a confirmation that they would be adding those elements to.
Kira TV says, I get you. I'm not against the idea, but it's going to be a tough sell, specifically when you raise money from other users for initial idea, then changing it something they'll be resistant to. As you know, I'm for, or at least not against the idea if done right and well. I still don't really get how they're going to do that.
The game, to which I responded, I wouldn't be against the idea, but it would be a tough sell for the obvious reasons that he'd raised money from his users initially for an MMORPG, and then he's changing it to something they likely would not want later on. I told him how he would get murdered for this from a PR angle, and he told me they had plans to either refund the community of what they'd funded originally, or give them the equivalent in the crypto token.
Unravel, absolutely. I expect to get shit on by normal MMO news sites and a large amount of our community. We have plans on refunding or converting people's money they spent on the token allocation if they wish. You can make it, Kira says, yeah, you can make it right money-wise if Andre is serious about making this a real go. Unravel replied, and we should gain a massive new community from the crypto side. I think over time when people see the implementation, they'll see it's not an issue. Kira said, the money he put in already outweighs what others did by orders of a magnitude. So if he's planning on this to bring a big deal, it isn't such a huge investment to give people that money back. Okay, I get that.
To make the original backers whole from their initial investment into the Titan Reach project as an act of good faith. So whether it was going to be the token or whether it was going to be straight cash, they would all get their money back eventually. I responded to this positively. I said that this wasn't a huge deal to refund people since they'd already been given a large sum of funding from this investor, and that it was a good idea. I liked it. And at this stage you might ask, Kira, why didn't you put out the fact that Titan Reach would go in NFTs? And it's a pretty easy reason. I think
the
should
NFTs.
Be fairly obvious. I didn't see this as being harmful to anyone, and if every time somebody told me something privately I immediately ran to the public, I'd never have anyone trust me enough to publish stories like this one I'm doing right now. And at the end of the day, the public's money was spent months ago. I confirmed with Unravel that they would not take another single penny from the public for Titan Reach, and I'd also been told they plan to refund these people eventually. Coming out publicly at this stage that the game was going the NFT route would only serve to burn the project without anyone getting anything positive from it. Perhaps it would even jeopardize the refunds people may have received. Undoubtedly, it would have burned my relationship with Unravel, and therefore would have burned my relationship with pretty much anyone who would tell me anything privately. Sometimes conversations are off the record, and you can't just go running around telling people everything that people say to you, otherwise, again, nobody's going to tell you anything. I also do not believe that blockchain equals inherently bad. I'm open to the idea that the tech could be used in an interesting way that may be beneficial if the right people with the right motivations were involved. Full transparency, I believed Unravel to be trustworthy at this point, and I still believe the investor has the people's best interests at heart. I was wrong about Unravel, and now we're about to get to the truth of exactly why Titan Reach failed, and exactly why I had to make this video. Not just to get the truth out there, but to protect my own integrity as well as that of the employees involved in Titan Reach. So now let's talk about how Unravel ruined his life and tried to drag me into it with him. And the man who funded Titan Reach, who I now have to reveal, is called Andre Cronje. I wanted to keep his name out of this.
Andre Cronje is a South African software developer and cryptocurrency DeFi entrepreneur who is best known as the founder of Yearn Finance. CoinMarketCap writes that Cronje has participated in high-profile DeFi projects such as Acropolis, Cover, Cream, V2, Pickle, Powerpool, and SushiSwap.
Because he honestly has done absolutely nothing wrong in any of this except to be way too trusting with his finances and subsequently his time. He did legit fund Titan Reach with no strings attached. He repeatedly told Unravel he doesn't expect him to do anything except make a good game. Unravel was the one who repeatedly brought up swapping the game to having blockchain tech and having crypto involved. Whenever he did bring it up, Andre told him that he was under no obligation to do anything and that he should choose what he thought was right for the game, not to placate him, as he was going to be funding it no matter what happened. I've seen these conversations unedited with my own eyes. I've got the receipts.
What a lovely dude Andre is. Oh, shit, yeah.
Happened. The only reason I'm naming Andre is because it's my duty to put the story together, and his name would have eventually come out anyways due to Unravel's complete negligence.
Maybe Andre wants to help fund my electric vehicle fund. The almighty electric van fund. Andre, hello.
Andre was supposed to remain anonymous, and so he should have. However, this is where the lies begin, and I'll tell it how it happened to me. I woke up on the 9th of February with a message from Unravel, which wasn't too out of the ordinary, but I hadn't spoken to him for a few weeks. He said he had a proposal for me, and then proceeded to open with something I mean.
This says, I was just thinking about you recently. Kira says, good things. Unravel says, like all your medical bullshit. Yeah, like the general life struggles. I mean, we've all been there. I'm not there anymore, but I remember those days. Kira says, I try my best not to think about it at this point. Feels like every day is a march onto some news I don't want to get, which makes me anxiety. Try to do my... So they're talking about personal issues here. Unravel says, I have a proposition for you. Kira says, what is it? He says, and it might affect your integrity a little, but it's for a great personal gain. So I'm going to TLDR a bit, but if you have questions or anything, I'll answer. Or buy the whale pick. Yeah, right on, Pudsky. The whale pick. Nice one. Nicely done.
Immediately knew was a form of manipulation. He talked about how he had been thinking of me recently and my, quote, medical bullshit, which if you don't know, I had late-stage cancer and so my health is kind of poor. He then told me it would be of great personal gain to me, meaning I'd get rich. He then confessed to me that he'd gambled $150,000 of the investor's money on a...
Ooh. This says, I fucked up pretty bad. Out of all the amazing good and great things I've done on this journey, I made one fairly huge mistake. During the time I told you to go in on Wonderland, I was also in on it, except I was in about 150K with the company money and I lost most of it. Andre sends me large amounts of money monthly for the game dev. 1 month I took half of that. It's 150K. So he sends him 300K a month and I put it into time. I'm not sure what that is. You saw how that went. Anyway, I felt bad, guilty as fuck, and told Andre he cut the funding. No shit, dude. Wow. This sucks, man. This is a terrible twist because close to getting the game done, and then one dude, the head dude, gets all crazy because of all the money that he's seeing. It's not for you, it's for the game development, but he takes the money. What a snitch, dude.
Cryptocurrency and lost it all. His position got liquidated and he lost 150 grand overnight. He confessed to me that the payments were made to him for the Titan Reach product month to month.
So he traded it. He traded it. I bet he leveraged the shit out of it as well. Unravel.
Month to reduce the investor's risk, and when he confessed to Andre, who was funding Titan Reach, he conferred with his legal team and they decided it would be no longer in their best interest to fund Unravel or the project as he was untrustworthy. And this was not the first time he had exhibited red flags such as greed, misappropriation of funds, or downright incompetence. Unravel's proposal to me was presented as one that would benefit me, but I knew it reeked of the desperation of a man who had hit the bottom. He knew as soon as he announced the funding had dried up that I would go to Andre and I would ask him what had happened.
Jason, hey Gibbs, how you doing, man? Hello, skis. What's cracking?
And Andre would not lie to me. He knew I'd published this information and bury him for misappropriating investor funds and failing in his fiduciary responsibility to his business. His offer to me was that I remain silent and he would then raise money via venture capital firms and then give me a, quote, gifted amount of tokens.
This says, the first thing I realized is that good old Kira, one of the very few people who know it was Andre who funded us, would contact Andre and ask for answers, then make a video about it, and it would be all over that way. You're in a unique position to be able to destroy me and Titan Reach, and for your silence or simply not making any video about what you know about the situation would allow this to succeed. In return, I'd like you to join our team in some capacity or accept a gifted amount of tokens when we mint them. I know that's a lot to take in. Think about it. I don't want to be cancelled just yet. Wow, man. He's on a ledge here, right? So he just confessed to stealing investor money to the tune of 150,000, gambling it all on a crypto, losing it, then losing any further funding. And he realizes how sketchy that is. So the only person who can blow this up is this guy we're hearing from, Kira. And to get him to buy his silence, he's saying, I'll give you tokens from the crypto that we're going to mint in game. Let's not forget the game that now has no more funding coming to it. If you don't expose me and you don't tell this story, I'll give you some of the tokens from an initial allocation from the game that we now no longer have funding for because I spent all the money from our one and only $300, 300 grand a month he was getting invested. Fuck.
When we mint them, meaning he would pay me money to not talk about this. This was obviously a lot to take in. I'd just woken up and I read this huge wall of text about how, he'd basically taken this money, etc., and how he was offering me money to keep quiet. And I told him I needed to speak to Andre to get the whole story before I even thought of what he was telling me. There was only two choices I could see, which was to out him and obviously show the world that he'd taken money from Andre and that would bury his reputation. Keep quiet, but not accept the money, of course. I'm not going to accept hush money. It's against what I stand for. But then obviously know that later on he could do the same thing with other people's money and that would be partly my fault. But Andre put across a third option, which was we just let him go quietly in the night. We tell him that he can no longer continue the project and he just goes away. He closes down Titan Reach, seeks no additional funding, pays off his employees for the time they'd worked, and Andre would help clear his debt if he was liable for any taxes, even though
this Andre guy is the savior, right? He's like, nah, let's let him just he's gonna fuck up himself. He doesn't need any help from anybody. He'll fuck himself up. So let's just let him go. Cut all ties. The game dies. He goes, you don't have to expose him, so you're good, everything's fine, let him go. Andre's a little shining knight here, isn't he? A little white knight.
He fucked him over. He didn't want to leave him in a bunch of debt for the money he'd given him to date. Now, this might be a decision some people take issue with, but I believe it was the best decision available. The public had already lost the game that they'd paid for before. They'd already ran out of money before Andre got involved, and anything after that point was firmly his risk and his risk alone. So they were losing nothing additional to what they lost already back then when the crowdfunding ran out. And I didn't have to be responsible for ruining someone's life, even if they brought it on themselves, which I don't want to do, obviously. I don't want...
Now, how did it get to this video being made, though? Because he did do this. He didn't do what Donnie doesn't do. He did do the outing.
Want that on my conscience. This is where we left it. Me and Unravel talked. He said he respected my decision when I told him why I couldn't.
I love how he's got all the screenshots here. Kira says, I understand from your perspective that may seem true, but not from mine. There's concessions and compromises everyone makes in life, but this is one I couldn't, especially with knowledge going forward that if something else happens, it isn't just the money of backers that was already gone, but before Andre at risk, and it isn't just Andre's money at risk, but thousands of other people once it goes public. If then anything happens again, I'm partly responsible for that, all from my own financial gain. I'm just not comfortable with the idea of that happening, even the slight possibility. Kira has morals, is what we're hearing, which is rad. Unravel, that makes sense. I didn't think about it like that. No, you wouldn't, because you just stole investors' money. So you don't have the morals that Kira TV has. It's really respectable, by the way. I'll never forgive myself for this opportunity I lost with Andre. Dude, yeah, he fucked that up, didn't he? 300 grand a month with no strings attached to make a game? 300 grand a month with no strings attached, just make this the greatest game ever, and he took the money and gambled it? Fuck. What? Can you imagine? Seriously, it's been rough for me, and it's been really hard to deal with. Especially knowing I never had any plans to be doing dodgy shit like that ever, and I could have really built this game. Yeah, you were literally given a roadmap and the money to finish the game, and it looks pretty good. Instead, you gambled the money on crypto. This is why funding and shit should go into like a, what do they call it, like an escrow account where it can't be accessed by one person. Wow.
Allow him to continue on raising money for the game, or to accept money, as I wouldn't trade my integrity for riches. And then he of course announced the closure of the game, and as I went over early in the video, it blew up massively due to how he did it. This is where the whole dynamic changes, as more information started to come to light as a result of the public outrage. I had people messaging me for comment where my video was going to be if I was going to talk about this, and some people even accusing me of being in on the quote rug pull.
So I'm going to assume he announces the game is now no longer happening. The public would have been like, what are you talking about, dude? You've got the funding from this weird source who's giving you 300K a month. What, did that just stop coming our way? Like, what happened? How come they stopped funding it? What happened? The public is going to be the court here. It's not going to be Kira TV or Andre. It's the public that are going to ring the noose around this guy's neck.
Which of course no rug pull actually happened. I don't know where that came from. There was no money to rug pull, at least not publicly. Then some of the developers began to message me, and they were saying things that were completely contrary to what I and Andre thought, and obviously new information required a new investigation on my part to see where the discrepancy was between what had been told to all of us. He'd used even more money that was for the business than what he'd confessed to. There was more money missing. I interviewed 3 employees who remain unnamed for their own protection, of course, and all 3 of them confirmed to me that Unravel bought a new Tesla using money he claimed was either given to him by the investor, or they won from investing in cryptocurrency using the investor's money with his express permission. Both of these things never happened. Andre never gave him money for a car, and he explicitly told him not to invest in crypto even with his own personal money, let alone money that was given for the operation of the business. Then it came out that Unravel had announced exactly who the anonymous investor was to the developer Discord chat, and I confirmed independently with multiple developers who had access to that general chat section. Unravel named Andre and even linked to his Twitter, talking about how he was going to put a picture of him up in their new office he just rented, and of course was beginning to outfit with new equipment.
So wait a second. Andre Cronje wanted to be anonymous and he just ousted him to the developers? That's not cool.
This is what makes the situation completely untenable. I could no longer not publish this story. If I left it as it is, eventually somebody would leak the investor's name and contact him. He would then tell people what Unravel did because he doesn't lie, and eventually it might look like I kept quiet for a financial incentive. In reality, I kept quiet because while I separate personal feelings from work, I didn't want to be responsible for ruining someone's life who called me a friend for no tangible benefit. The public had lost their money in 2021 when the funding had run out, the employees were paid, and the only people who had been fucked over was me by putting me in this awful situation, Andre for having his trust thrown back in his face and his money wasted, and Unravel for ruining a literal fairy tale by letting money dictate his principles. So
totally. That's what I said. He probably never seen that amount of cash before, and he didn't know what to do, so he took it all.
Story. Here's the truth, and this is why Titan Reach is dead. There is so much speculation out there that the investor did this or that, and the investor was the person who was wrong and he just ran away and left Unravel without the money, and this was a rug pull where Unravel ran away with people's money. There's so much misinformation. The reality is that none of that happened. He misused funds that were given to his business to gamble on crypto. He won, bought himself a car, then he lost, and ruined his relationship with someone who was changing his life for the better and would have given him the opportunity to make the game of his dreams with zero strings attached.
Totally.
To give you context about some things that people are also calling lies because it does sound so ridiculous, there is an ex-employee of Square Root Studios, aka the developers of Titan Reach, called Echo, who was their community manager, and he was fired due to the fact he literally scammed Andre for $250,000. He pretended to be Unravel on their social media, where he first made contact, got him to send $250K in crypto to prove he was legit, and then ran away with the money.
Oh my god! So there's another dude on the team that was equally as dubious as Unravel, but Unravel didn't know him or didn't know they were both sketchy.
I was convinced to give it back, and he explained he did so for his father's surgery, and Andre allowed him to keep $50,000 out the kindness of his heart, and he didn't press charges. That's the type of guy that Unravel fucked over. This story happened, it's a fact, and since that fact, the same employee has tried his best to slander Unravel and make out he left because Unravel said horrible things to him. And remember the start of this video, 3 sides to every story, your side, my side, the truth. Now obviously there's more things that happened here, there's little details that I don't think anyone really needs to know, and it just builds up into a ball of context of a headache and stress. And you likely, if you've made it this far, have a negative opinion of some of the stuff that I've discussed, whether it be with Unravel, or maybe you disagree with my decisions regarding what happened here. Not coming forward when I knew the game was going to be an NFT model, not coming forward when I found out the truth of why the funding had dried up for Titan Reach, and I'm sure some conspiracy theorists will say, I took the bribe to keep quiet. The reality is, guys, life's complicated, and being privy to a lot of private information from a lot of individuals, a lot of companies, there are times I simply can't talk about things that I know, as it would put people at risk in more ways than one. I also need to keep privileged information to maintain my credibility and trust, or I'll never have sources to get to the bottom of anything. If I burn anyone who tells me anything in a private conversation, no one will ever tell me anything again. If me not talking about something would cause people damage in some way, that's when I have to draw the line and come out and talk about it, even if it burns people who would consider me a friend at this stage. For example, if Unravel decided to deny our request to close down the project and proceeded to try and raise more money from the public or even privately, he decided to close the studio, and that should have been the end of it. But unfortunately, due to his inability to keep his word in how many times he'd lied about using the money, which we only found out about later after we made that agreement, and of course in keeping Andre's anonymity, he put me into a situation where I could not tell the story. I didn't want to be put in this position to publish this because I don't have hard feelings towards him, despite the fact I think he tried pretty hard to manipulate me and also thought so little of my integrity that he thought it was for sale. Using my health and my life hardships as a basis to appeal to that really rubbed me the wrong way, and I don't like it. He didn't defraud anyone publicly, though. He didn't steal the public's money. That was gone long ago. He did what he did to Andre, and to a lesser extent to me, and of course he ruined his company, which impacted his employees, which, by the way, knew absolutely nothing about any of this, and when they watch this video, it will be the first time they hear 90% of this information as well. So don't blame them. Not a single employee knew what happened, and any information you have seen online regarding this story that didn't come from me in this video or me somewhere else should be considered baseless speculation, and is likely incorrect. That's to say also what Unravel's been saying online. There's a lot of lies sprinkled in with what's being told as truth, and there's things that he said that I can confirm are just completely incorrect. So this is probably where you're going to find the
So what? No criminal charges? What, this guy gets away with it? What happens?
complete story. All of that being said, I'm now going to appeal to your humanity as an audience. Life's really hard. It's very complicated. A lot of people are in the mud and people do stupid things and then they try to justify it. Unravel's justification for this was that he wanted to secure more funding for his company so that if Andre went away or stopped funding him, he could still continue on with the project. I believe this is likely a half-truth, or maybe it's a lie he's told himself to try and justify what he did due to the guilt or due to the fact that he's ruined, you know, the golden goose opportunity and the fairy tale that was given to him. I think he got blinded by the money, as so many people do. I think a lot of people watching this video can sit there and judge, but you don't know what you do in that situation. A lot of people change when handed a life-changing amount of money and seemingly no oversight. But he didn't get blinded because he was a terrible person who deserves to be punished more so than he already has been. Everyone that struggled in life knows that there are temptations, and being handed a large sum of money is probably going to make you do something stupid. Whatever happens...
I don't agree with that. I think if you've got a project in mind, it's not like the money just came for no reason. The money came for the project. And that's been his dream for how long, right? How long they've worked on this project, and all of a sudden it's fully funded to the tune of 300K a month, no strings attached. Get the game done, dude. That takes a different person to take that money and not put it into the game. It's crazy, man. It'd be like me getting a donation of $100,000 to my Almighty Electric Van Fund down below, and not buying a van, putting it on Bitcoin. Like, that doesn't make any sense. He's from Brisbane. Oh, is he from Brisbane, is he?
From here on, I don't think he's a bad person, and he can't be punished worse than he already has been. He can't be punished worse than having this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity rescinded. And then
it's funny, it's got a Sydney tag to it. Yeah, okay.
Knowledge he
Whoops.
ruined the best thing that will ever happen to him while losing real friends along the way. Yeah. I ask that people do not do anything with this information other
Hey, see you, Black Swan. Have a good night, dude. Thanks for being here.
than use it for closure on what was a project that should have died long ago when the crowdfunding dried up, as so many games do. I probably could have made this video better if I'd have spent some more time on it, but I just really wanted to get this out, talk to people about it, let them know the truth. And this is why I had to expose this developer, despite him being my friend. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
So what? He's not in prison? Wait. What? So there's got to be proceedings here, right? There's going to be proceedings here, surely. I mean, he doesn't just take the money and run, right? You don't. Well, actually, hang on a second. Think about it. The money was gifted to him to fund the game. I wonder what the contract looked like. I wonder how set out in text was it that this money is specific for the development of Titan Reach, or was it this money goes into your account and then you put it into the game? Maybe that's how it became a little more like. And by the way, how many months was he paid this 300,000 before he decided to pinch it? Was it like 2 years in, or was it 2 months in, or was it 10 months in, or whatever? Like, how far down the line, how much money did Andre kick in? How many months worth of 300K did he kick in before Brisbane boy went, you know what? Fuck the game. I'm buying a Tesla. Wow, yeah, really strange world we've got here, folks. That's cryptocurrency. The cryptocurrency tie in there was going to be NFT based. I feel like that's a bit of a loose, like most games have some crypto twist to it, right? A little smattering of cryptocurrencies, either in-app currency or in-app tangible objects, NFTs and whatnot. I don't think that's a bad idea. Very strange situation, folks, but that's going to wrap the stream here for the evening. Thank you all for being here with me. Appreciate your comments, appreciate your concerns, appreciate your suggestions. If you do have any cryptocurrency news you want me to cover, please put it in my Discord. Link to that is down below. We do look at cryptocurrency and the stories that you want to bring up. If you've got any questions, if you've got any concerns, or if you're confused by, or if you're considering crypto, come back next week on the stream. We'll do this every Wednesday. For the time being, though, I want to thank the financial contributions. You got to do this. Look at your chat. Get your fingers together. I can see Richard and Black Swan. Thank you for the contributions that you've made to this stream tonight. Much appreciation, Richard. Black Swan, appreciate you very much. Very kind of you. This stream is going to go offline right now. It's going to say Gibbsman is offline. And I'll see you yahoos tomorrow on a Thursday stream where we'll have more fun and enjoyment. Check you later. Get him out of there. Go on. Out you go. Get this out of here. You're going. Get out of there. Get him out of there.